Hi, my name is Bailey. Today I'm making blueberry and peach salsa. So we have blueberries, peaches, tomatoes, cilantro, garlic, limes, and green onions. Today we are starting off with blueberries, a cup of blueberries. According to research source extension.illinois.edu, blueberries were easy to dry and store for winter. They were used for medical purposes. According to Schmoop.com, blueberries were unique to the New World and became popular in 1492. They were used by the Wampanoag Indians. They were used as food, medicine, dye for their cloths, and they taught pilgrims how to plant blueberries, according to dpi.wi.gov. Now I am using peaches, a cup of diced peaches. According to homework.study.com, peaches were relatively late to spread across the world. They weren't introduced into the New World until about the 17th century. They originated in Zhejiang province in China. When they came to the New World, the English planted them in Virginia, so that was where peaches got their start in the New World. The natives acquired the peach seeds and then spread them throughout the South, which is what made peaches more common in the South. About over 200 years was when they became a major crop. So they were in the New World for about 200 years before it became a major crop. They never became a substantial export crop until after the colonial period. They were a trade good used for traditional ceremonies. According to Satori.com, they became so prevalent that people believed that they originated from America, which is why people think that peaches were grown from Georgia, but they were actually originated from China. They were brought by Spanish missionaries. The Navarro and many Pueblan tribes of the Southwest used them the most. They were the most prevalent there. And fun fact, Navarro still grows peaches to this day. That peaches are still very prevalent in their tribe today. Peaches started in China, then moved to silk traders and Greeks, went to Persia, went to Greece and Italy, and then came to the New World by Portuguese and Spanish explorers. Next, we have 1 cup of diced tomatoes. According to Satori.com, tomatoes originated in the Andes Mountains. They were not introduced into the New World until the 16th century. They were brought by Spanish conquistadors to Europe first. They provided cheap food for poor people. The rich people didn't eat tomatoes because they thought it had pesticides in it, which the poor people ate it, so I think it's fine. But they were used as a food and for a hallucinogenic drug. They were, according to dp.la, they were first cultivated by the Aztecs and the Incas, according to foresteryfarm.com. They were first used as a decoration before they were used as food. Next, we have 2 minced green onions. During this time, I'm going to elaborate on my thesis. The Columbian Exchange shaped the New World by providing the Incas, Navajo, and Wampanoag Indians, as well as many others, with foods such as blueberries, peaches, and tomatoes, which were used as and for food, trade goods, ceremonies, decoration, and medicine and drugs. Meaning that not only were these foods used only as foods, but they were also used for traditional ceremonies, religious ceremonies. They even used tomatoes as decorations. So before they even used them as a food or realized they were a food, they were used for decorations. They also used them for medicine and for hallucination drugs. They believed that these foods were superfoods and helped stimulate the brain. Next, we have around 1 tablespoon of minced cilantro. While I'm cutting the cilantro, I'm going to elaborate on my supplementary source, the text of the video, Guns, Germs, and Steel, written by Jared Diamond. In this source, it talks about the rapid development and the new foods and sources of both continents. So it talks about the Columbian Exchange and how that furthered the development of new foods and sources and religions and views. It had about everything. And it talked about the Columbian Exchange and how it was just so prevalent and it brought so many new things to the world and to the old world. And they also figured out during this time that a lot of the areas had the same latitude, which meant that they had similar climates and vegetation, which made it easy for them to trade foods and goods because they were able to grow them in both places. Now I'm using around 1 to 2 cloves of minced garlic, which is equal to 1 teaspoon of minced garlic. Here I am taking about 1 lime and cutting it in half and rolling it around in my hands to get the juices flowing. According to Britannica.com, limes originated in Indonesia and around the Asia area. Christopher Columbus took a citrus seed on the second voyage to the New World in 1943, which is what started limes in the New World. They were very prevalent in any of the Mexico tribes because they were prevalent in Mexico and Florida. And citrus and limes and lemons and oranges, things like that, are still very prevalent in Florida in today's world. They were mainly used to flavor drinks and surprisingly used as a form of vitamin C. Here I am using salt and pepper to add flavor to the salsa. Many tribes use many spices that were cultivated throughout culture and trade. Here I am mixing together the blueberries, the peaches from the Navarro tribe, the tomatoes from the Incans, and the limes, the cilantro, and the green onions, the garlic, and the salt, and the pepper. I am now taking some regular tortilla chips and trying the first indigenous Native American dish I have ever made. It turned out really good. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.